So I want to talk about one of the biggest mistakes athletes make. It's what I call the deal with the devil. You trade what you want the most, your goal, your dream, for what you want right now. And what you want right now might be, relief from training. It might be to take a day off. Let me explain it this way. When I talk to athletes, ask them this basic question. Do you know what road you're on? Because every day when you train, you're on a road kind of like this one. And every day that road, like this one, forks many, many times. And you have a decision you have to make. And very oftentimes, athletes make this decision without any awareness. Am I going to take the left road? Am I going to take the right road? Now the left road, when you take it, takes you to this wondrous place I call La La Land. And if you get in the habit of taking the left fork enough times, what you'll achieve in your life is what I call supreme mediocrity. If you take the right road takes you to what I call the champion zone. Champion zone is success. So what's an example? The left road, you go to practice and you just go through the motions. You cut corners. You get there late, you end early. You don't take care of yourself physically. You don't eat the right food. You let your schoolwork go. You're not kind of responsible and focused in that way. What's the right road? The right road, of course, is the opposite of that. You do every rep in the weight room. You run hard when the coaches aren't even looking and you're doing wind sprints. You don't let up. You work on your weaknesses. You do the hard things to do. Now, a question readily comes up, and that question is, which is the easiest road to take? And of course, we know what the easiest road to take is. It's the left road. The left road, the road to La La Land. So another question pops up, which is, why would anyone in their right mind consistently take the right road? It takes longer, it's more frustrating, it's more painful, you have to suffer. You'll take the right road if you have a reason, if you have what I call a big enough why, W-H-Y, an emotionally compelling purpose, something that inspires you, something that you want. Now, when I talk about the deal with the devil, a lot of times athletes trade their big enough why, what they want the most, for what they want right now. What athletes need to learn how to do is when they train, they need to keep their big enough why with them. They need to keep their goals with them. A lot of athletes make the mistake of taking their goals into competition. And really, your goals, your big enough why, have one purpose, and it's to motivate you to work hard. It's to motivate you to put the time in and the energy. It's to motivate you to suffer. I once talked with an Olympian who said if he had to kind of isolate the one thing that he could say really helped him become successful, it was from the time he was 14 on, he would ask himself this question: how is what I'm doing today going to help me get to where I really want to go? And when you train with your goal in mind, when you train with that big enough why, when you get to the crossroad that I talk about and you're kind of being pulled down the left fork to La La Land, keeping in mind that big enough why helps you make the right choice. When you train with that big enough why in mind, the quality of your training goes way up. And you won't fall into the trap of making the deal with the devil, trading what you want the most, your dreams, for what you want right now, relief, if you keep in mind why you're training.